There's a big expectation when you unbox a bike with the name of Sir Chris Hoy, Great Britain's most successful Olympic athlete of all time. Sir Chris made it clear at the launch of Hoy bikes last year that he wasn't just giving his name to the brand, but that he was closely involved in every aspect of the business. He's obviously proud of the bikes. This is the Cammo, the first junior road bike from Hoy Bikes. It's a 650c wheel machine which we think typically suits 8 to 11-year-olds, depending on the size of the particular rider. The test rider shown in this video is 10 years old and 142 centimeters tall. It's suitable for under 10 and under 12 youth circuit racing, as well as for training and leisure riding, of course. It's an out-and-out road bike, not a dual-purpose road cyclocross bike. The Cammo costs £600, weighs 8.4 kilograms excluding pedals, and is sold by Evans Cycles. The 6061 aluminium frame and forks look very well made, with tidy welds and a quality paint finish. The whole bike has a very stylish look about it, and it had a lot of positive comments from young riders and their parents during our test rides. The seat tube is 340mm long, measured centre to centre, and 380mm long, measured centre to top. It's the top tube though, which is most useful for sizing the bike, and that measures 460mm long. So it's a small enough bike to suit 650c wheels well, rather than larger 700c wheels, and it's well proportioned for small riders. There are mudguard eyes front and back for winter training, but there's not much clearance for mudguards under the front fork crown. The Cammo's wheels are light and strong, with 28 spokes and quick-release hubs with good bearings. The Alex rims have a slightly aero cross-section, and the Shimano-compatible free hub is fitted with an 8-speed cassette. The 650c Kenda tyres are 23mm wide and have folding beads, so they're nice and light too. The double chain set has 155mm crank arms, which suit this size of bike well. They're fitted with 46-tooth and 34-tooth chain rings. The Shimano cassette has a 13-tooth smallest sprocket and a 26-tooth largest sprocket. To set the Cammo up for under 10 Youth D racing, you can screw down the front derailleur so that the big chainring can't be used at all. That leaves a biggest gear of 34x13, which just dips inside the under 10 gear restriction. For under 12 gearing, keep both chainrings available, but screw down the rear derailleur so that the smallest two sprockets can't be used. The biggest gear is then 46x15. The front and rear derailleurs are both from Shimano's excellent Claris group set, which is used for lots of senior bikes in this price range too. The integrated brake levers and gear shifters are supplied by Microshift, which is a slightly different system to the ones from Shimano, SRAM and Campagnolo. It uses a small button-like lever to change a smaller chainring or sprocket, and a separate longer lever just behind the brake lever to change to a bigger chainring or sprocket. It's compatible with Shimano and it changes gear very well. All our testers have liked the system, whether they are changing gear from the drops of the bars or from the hoods of the brake levers. The brake levers themselves are short reach, so they fit small hands well. The Cammo's brakes are from Tektro. They were smooth and powerful, and they were light enough for our children to use easily in our testing. The Hoy bike's branded components like the saddles, seat post, stem and handlebars are all very stylish. It's only a cosmetic feature, but a lot of kids really like the Sir Chris Hoy signature on the handlebar stem. Looking down for a split second to see Sir Chris's signature staring up at you is probably a good way to find a bit more effort when the going gets tough in a race. The A-head stem is easily changed though if you need a different reach to the bars. The seat post has a really good dual bolt clamp which makes it easy to make fine adjustments to the angle of the saddle. The child-sized handlebars have an extremely short drop, so small riders aren't bending down far when they're riding hard on the drops. What's the Cammo like to ride then? The short answer is that it's very nippy and fast to ride. The bike's lightweight, small frame and small wheels means that it accelerates very well out of corners and it climbs very well. The geometry of the Cammo's frame must be spot on because its handling and cornering are as good as any other junior bike we've tested. Having proportionally sized components throughout really helps the bike's comfort and control too. The high quality of the components means that braking and gear changing are very smooth and easy. To summarise then, the Cammo is light, fast and everything about it is well designed and high quality. We didn't find any particular weakness at all with it, and it makes a great racing bike for under 10 and under 12 riders who are the right size for it. It's not cheap though, at £600, but we still think that's a fair value for money. You need to decide whether a focused out-and-out road bike like the Cammo suits your needs, or if a combined road cyclocross bike is more useful to you. And if your child is at the larger end of the Cammo's size range, you also need to decide whether a 700c wheel bike would fit them properly yet, as that gives you more options for wheel upgrades and wheel changes at races. But if a 650c wheel road bike is what you need, the Cammo is definitely one of the best.